Hello and welcome to my demonstration of my invention of the Quick Dry Drying Rack. The goal of this invention is to cut the time in half that it takes for your clothes to dry while you're drying them on a drying rack. Now, a lot of us use things like drying machines, but they can really dry your clothes out, they can cause more damage than good. So the goal of this invention is to facilitate the process of a clothes drying rack, which sometimes can take up to a day to dry your wet clothes, and essentially cutting that time in half. So this works by having a traditional setup of a drying rack, as you can see behind me. It has two shelves on either side and one long pole for hanging things like shirts on clothes racks. So I have one shirt here to demonstrate. Now it's a traditional setup of a drying rack here, and it's connected to an air intake machine by this tube here. So it works by turning on this air intake machine. And the air flows through the tube and into the actual drying rack itself, and it flows through the entire drying rack all the way up to the top portion as well, and there are tiny holes drilled into the actual drying rack itself. So the air actually flows through the drying rack itself and blows onto the clothes that are hanging on there, thus helping facilitate the drying process and cutting the time it takes for your clothes to dry on a drying rack in half. Thank you for listening to my presentation and watching the demonstration of my product.